Have you ever had an existential crisis? Like a longing, restless feeling where you've completely lost confidence in yourself. You're aimless, you're dissatisfied with your life, and you're completely paralyzed with anxiety. I'm sure that's really tough, but I can't relate. I've just never struggled with a single thing in my life. I did recently feel this way though, and it was actually because I finished watching Mad Men. We don't get to choose when these things present themselves. When I get sucked into a show, it's like I'm leading a double life where everything is secondary to TV. My work life and my friends are important, of course, but binge watching 9 seasons of both The Office and Friends is pretty important too, right? I'm Hannah Montana, except both worlds aren't that great. They're really not. In my other life, I've been moonlighting as someone who observes the inner workings of a New York ad agency in the 1960s. If that sounds dull to you, that's because it is. It's a really boring show. Mad Men is a slow-burning, character-driven show where the most exciting scene in the whole series involves a riding lawnmower. I loved it though. I would have watched Don Draper destroy his life into the 80s. There's comfort in that familiarity. When I hit the final season though, ooh, that's when I start to get nervous. I am not emotionally prepared for this to be over, so I slow down my pace and ration the episodes to try to make it last as long as possible. What am I supposed to do with myself now? Do something creative? Learn a new skill? Better myself? Or reconnect with loved ones? Of course not. That's disgusting. Those are last resorts. We're not there yet. I feel like I'm losing the productive people watching this, so let me explain. You know, like when you've been working really hard on a project you're really passionate about. When you finish it, it's a great feeling. Your hard work finally paid off. But what now? For a brief period, you're directionless until you figure out which one of life's big challenges you're gonna tackle next. That's pretty much what I'm talking about, except I sat there completely unoccupied for dozens of hours. There are a lot of things I want to accomplish in my life, and none of them include finishing a TV show. But as that autoplay keeps rolling, burning through seasons feels like some kind of progress is being made. Just like cramming all your stuff in your closet feels like you're cleaning your room. But I'm 25 now. I would like to be Timberlaking, but being stuck in this illusion of productivity is keeping me in my in-sync days. But let's be honest with ourselves here. Doing things can be hard, especially when your brain is being a jerk and shutting you down every step of the way. On the other hand, I could just turn my brain off and watch every episode of Law & Order. That would last forever. Or maybe I could go back to school? I am doing pretty well for myself, and I'm happy with the career path I'm on. But sometimes it still feels like I'm white-knuckling it out here without a degree. It's certainly not helped when there's been an uptick in people asking me about going back. Even my doctor has given me crap about it. That's outside your jurisdiction, doc. This has nothing to do with my colonoscopy. I just pulled a self-critical pizza for one out of the oven, complete with overthinking and doubt toppings. I know, DiGiorno is going all out these days. This heavy-handed metaphor tastes bad. I don't want to deal with this right now. So that's a point for Law & Order. I think I'm fine for the time being without school. Or maybe I just love justice more than I love personal achievement. Escapism in any of its forms can be a fun time sink or a way to cope with something difficult. For me, the means to cope can turn into a vicious cycle. If I'm not careful, I'll just tear off the old band-aid and replace it with a new one as the used band-aids pile up while I binge watch. I can't live with all these band-aids like I'm spending my free time in the drain of a public pool. So I've ran out of episodes. I guess I could take baby steps on self-care. I'll start with picking back up an old hobby and making a YouTube video out of it. So, what have y'all been watching? I just started watching Jessica Jones, and I'm really enjoying it. Who cares about the Avengers when we got this cool superhero stuff going on Netflix? Anyway, be sure to watch my last video about how YouTube has changed and why it's so weird. That's it, I'm done for the day.